Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Quartet for the Sega Master System. In the first video we played through rounds 1 and 2, and now we're playing through rounds 3 and 4, and in round 3 we start with this little maze that we have to blast our way through. There's a jetpack above that little lips enemy that we have to get past. We need to get that first. And, if you could not already tell, you have to get through quite a few enemies and quite a few blocks just to get over to where the jetpack is. I have a lot of energy at this point. I'm going to have half of that by the time I'm done, which is something I'm not really looking forward to. Be very careful with this enemy that's jumping back and forth, because it will get you if you least suspect it. There's a jetpack. You definitely want it for what we're about to do. You get the jetpack, you head all the way to the right, take out that skull. Make sure you have room to actually have it come at you. And there's our mini-boss. We need to shoot that thing in the head so many times in order to get the key. And the jetpack really makes this easier. You're really going to need the jetpack for this. You just need to be able to shoot between the blocks and also use them as cover whenever necessary. And given how the orange enemy bullets will always come at your current location when fired, and they have a way of getting around the blocks pretty well. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Also, getting close enough to get several shots in the head at once, also not easy to do, but we did it. And now we're in the underworld, which has a lot of pots. Don't shoot the 3 sets of balls. They will explode if you do enough damage to them. I stick to the high road here. I try to get more orb points whenever necessary. And the last pot before the exit, you want to shoot the top of it to get the 3rd star. From here, I spend time getting more points so I can get to the next rank, which I believe is Colonel. I really want to get that rank, because if I can do that, that'll really help with a ton of, well, that'll get me an extra life, which could help me with a few things. Wouldn't say it would help with a lot of stuff, but it would help with stuff. But at the same time, I kind of wish I hadn't, and, well, as I mentioned before, you're soon going to see why. Nonetheless, 5,500 gold. We have all that gold, more points. Excellent. And we get 3,000 units of energy, which the game calls points. What you want to do is make sure that you can avoid being hit by enemies, and make sure you get the jetpack. Now these things over here with the evil looking faces, you actually want to shoot those down. You want to shoot down all 9 of them, because if you do that, you're going to be able to get the star for round 4. These things kind of move around in a Z pattern, but if you know where they loop around and you know where they're going to be when they move to the side, it's easier than usual to get some extra shots on them when you need to. Also, some dumb enemies should not be tangled with, such as that snail over there, because if you shoot it in the shell, your shot will rebound and bounce off, and it comes directly at you, and if your own shot hits you, you take damage, you lose the jetpack, you have to get the jetpack back. It's annoying. And you definitely want to take out these turrets from a distance, and make sure you're lined up with them, because while the bullets seem to go everywhere, they don't come directly at you if you're lined up with them. Now here, we shoot the turtle to get it to rush at us and get it out of our way a little more easily. And we stick to the low road. It's a little easier to stick to the low road here because it's easier to get to the boss. You want to make sure that the boss stays low and you can get some shots on it. At the same time, you want to afford yourself the ability to avoid the enemy's bullets, because you never know when they might come out and you don't want them to hit you. Also, every so often, while this enemy can bounce high into the air, it can also fly around. And as long as you stay low, you don't have to deal with the flying. It's after the flying that you want to be ready to shoot it down, because once it heads to the left after the little infinite loop pattern that it makes, you want to make sure you're down on the ground so that way you can get some extra shots in. Now that we've taken out all of those enemies that I mentioned earlier, we can finally get the star here. And yeah, I am losing more energy than I would like. And now that we have the key and the star, I am quite happy with making my way out of this area. And unfortunately, I get hit by an enemy, and I'm like, you know what, just go. Just go. We get 3,000 energy whenever we complete a stage, and we're going to need it. And hopefully it'll be enough for round 5. Join me next time where we take on round 5 and hopefully round 6. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!